If you are applying for an open work permit as a spouse or common law partner of an international student, you are required to submit many supporting documents in your application. In this video, I am going to show you how to write an effective letter of intent that you need to upload in the purpose of travel section. This is the most important element for the approval of your open work permit application. Please like, follow and share my Facebook page, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. First, let me tell you the meaning of the letter of intent. This is a letter that helps the visa officer understands the reason why you are applying for a visa to travel to Canada. It gives the visa officer a brief overview of why you want to accompany your spouse or common law partner to Canada. You have the chance to address and justify all the red flags that might cause your visa rejection. I have listed 12 important sections for a very strong and comprehensive open work permit application letter. I suggest that you include all of these sections in your letter of intent. I will discuss each section in details with some helpful tips. All the information in this video is from my personal experience and from other open work permit applicants who received their visa approvals. Knowing this information will help you to write a strong letter of intent. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. In this section, you need to introduce yourself, include the details of your spouse and children if you have. Mention that your spouse or common law partner has received an admission as a full-time student. Provide the name of the school, details of the intended program of study, intake, and when the classes of your spouse will start. This section is very important, especially for those who got married recently or couples who do not have children. You need this to show the visa officer that you are in a genuine relationship. You may include photos with your spouse or in-laws, screenshots of chat messages, etc. Sometimes providing a marriage certificate doesn't convince the visa officer that your relationship is genuine, especially if you got married recently or you and your partner belong to different nationalities. In this section, you need to mention that it is very important for you and your spouse to be together for the following reasons. You will have unlimited time for one another. You will experience new things together. And you will celebrate your partner's academic achievements together. If you have children, it is very important to state that your children need to grow up in a two-parent family. In this section, mention that you will support your partner physically and emotionally. You may also state that you will look after your child. You don't need to mention that you are going to find a job. The visa officers expect that you have enough fund for your expenses during your stay in Canada without the need of working. Focus on your intention to stay with your partner and child. This is the most important section for your visa approval. Tell the visa officers that you will get involved as a volunteer in the available organizations and use your experience to support the Canadian community. You may say that you did a research and found many non-profits, charities, and community organizations that offer volunteer opportunities in Canada. And mention the province you are going to. You can mention the following activities in your letter. I will teach high school children safe social media practices. I will give IT help to local adults. I will coach youth sports teams. I will organize books at the libraries. Try to do some research. You will find a lot of volunteer activities and community service projects. You may attach some photos or certificates of volunteer activities that you did in the past. This section is a very important part of your letter of intent. Your spouse is required to demonstrate financial sufficiency for only the first year of studies, regardless of the duration of the program of study. If the program of your spouse is more than 1 year, It would be very good if you can show evidence of financial ability to pay for the entire duration of the study. You may show your proof of funds with the following ways. Proof of paid tuition fees. Your partner's guaranteed investment certificate, GIC. I will talk about the GIC in a separate video. Your bank account statement and your partner's bank account for the past 4 months or bank balance certificate. If someone else is going to fund the studies of your spouse, include a letter of financial support from the sponsor. You need to have 2 tables for your proof of funds. The first table is for the source of funds, and the second one is the table of expenses. In your table of expenses, you need to show the following items. Living expenses for you, your partner, and accompanying children. Tuition fees and books. Return transportation for all the family members. And estimated medical insurance coverage for the open work permit applicant and the children. Here is a very good example of source of funds table. You need to make sure that you convert the currency of your source of funds to Canadian dollars. You need to start your source of funds with your bank savings account. If you want to include your partner's savings bank account, your partner needs to write a letter of financial support saying that you will have an access for his or her money, and you may use it for your stay in Canada. If the tuition fees of your partner is paid, include it in your table. Add your partner's guaranteed investment certificate, GIC, to your table. If you and your partner are currently working, you can still include the total expected salary from the date of your visa application until the last working day with your company. You can also include the expected end of service benefits or indemnity. If you own a car or any property that you plan to sell, it would be good to add its expected market value to your table. If you own shares of stocks, include the market value that's stated in your stocks certificate. If someone is going to sponsor the studies of your spouse, you also need to add the amount you are expecting to receive from the sponsor. And you need to attach a letter of financial support from the sponsor together with his or her bank account certificate. Do not forget that you need to provide all the supporting documents for each source of funds written in your table. Here is the best format of a table of expenses for a 2-year program of study. With the current COVID-19 situation, I suggest that you include a fund in your table to cover your quarantine expenses. Here is the table of the minimum required fund to cover the living expenses per year to support yourself and the family members who will come with you in Canada. This amount is for applicants who will stay outside Quebec. For example, if you are accompanying your partner and you have 1 child, you will need a total of 17,000 Canadian dollars for your living expenses for 1 year. This will be 10,000 Canadian dollars for the student, 4,000 Canadian dollars for the open work permit applicant, and 3,000 Canadian dollars for your child. The source of information in this table is the official website of the Government of Canada, www.canada.ca. In this section, try to give full details about your current employment. You need to mention the following: the number of years you are working with your company, your job responsibilities, your monthly salary and all the other benefits such as leave salary, housing, utility bills, flight tickets, etc. If you are a licensed professional, or you have a membership with any organization, mention it in this section. If you received any awards from your company, it would be great to include it also. If you are currently unemployed, don't worry. Here is the best advice for you. You can mention when was your last employment, and the reason why you decided to stop working. Explain your current activities such as managing your own business, reviewing for a board exam, taking care of your children, etc. In this section, provide the details of your highest educational attainment. If you have attended a college or a university, state the program completed and date of graduation. You may also include any professional development training courses that you have attended, because this is your chance to show that your skills are valued and needed in Canada. In the travel history section, mention all the countries you have visited and lived. Highlight the fact that you did not overstay and did not violate any immigration laws. If you do not have any international travel history, you can say that you prefer to travel locally within your home country to save up money, and that you are a law-abiding citizen, and will show the same respect to Canada. It would be very good if you include some photos of your travel history in your purpose of travel file. In this section, you have to show that you have sufficient ties in your home country. The immigration officer must be satisfied that you are likely to leave Canada when your permission to stay expires. Significant ties can include personal assets such as house, land, car, ownership of an active business in your home country that is under your name, and investment in shares of a company's stock. You can include also your close family members who live in your home country. If you are not a citizen of the country where you currently live, your immigration status in your current country of residence has an impact on this assessment. It is better to declare your home country as your current country of residence to avoid being refused on this ground. There is a high chance of getting a visa refusal if you are currently working overseas, and you declare the foreign country as your current country of residence. I strongly advise you to declare only your home country address in all your immigration forms. If you are currently working overseas, declare it but submit your visa application to your home country to avoid being refused due to immigration status in country of residence. You can also mention that you do not have any immediate relatives in Canada. If you are married to a different nationality, it would be great if you can get a residence permit in your partner's home country. This will convince the visa officers that you will leave Canada when your permission to stay expires. This section is very important for your visa approval. You need to mention that you will leave Canada after your partner finishes his or her studies and post-graduation work permit. Mention that you are going back to your work in your home country, or you will be working with a better company, or you will be helping your partner to manage his or her own business. If your partner is from a different country, mention that you will be going to his or her home country. There are many things to do in your home country. It all depends on your skills, qualifications, as well as your previous work experience. You need to use this section to show the visa officers that all the information written in your letter and all the other forms and supporting documents are true and genuine. Here is the best declaration format from an approved open work permit visa application. I hereby acknowledge and declare that all the information given by me here is true, accurate, and complete. I shall utilize my visit only for the purpose of which the visa has been applied for. My family and I are fully aware of the Canadian immigration regulations for the temporary visa, and we will for sure abide and adhere respectfully. My family and I will immediately leave Canada by the end of our authorized stay. Don't worry about the length of your letter of intent. The most important thing is to mention all the reasons why you are accompanying your partner to Canada. Mention all your qualifications, skills, and work experience. This will give you a higher chance of visa approval. Proofread your letter several times to make sure that everything is perfect. Thank you very much for watching. Please do not forget to follow my Facebook page and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos. And if you have any question or you need help, please feel free to leave a comment. Good luck with your visa application.